following is an excerpt taken from the third of 3 sessions that make up the 7-hour-long Module 5 training course on process piping design. This brief excerpt steps the viewer through the process of determining the ASME B16.5 Flange class required for a fluid service. Under ASME B16.5, there are 44 such pressure rating tables spread over 3 different material groups. The first being the tables 10-1.0 series, which are the tables for the carbon and low alloy steel variants. The second set of pressure ratings is the tables 2-2.0 series for austenitic stainless steel variants, and a third set of pressure ratings for the tables 2-3.0 series for nickel alloys. To see how these tables work, we will look at the A105 carbon steel flange shown here and on the following slide as an example. Design conditions, which is the basis for specifying material, fittings, and other inline components, will be a design temperature of 400 degrees F at a design pressure of 500 psig. The first thing we do is run down the temperature column on the left until we come to 400 degrees F. Moving left to right along the 400 degrees F row, we look for the first value that exceeds the 500 degree psig design pressure. In this case, it would be the 635 psig in the class 300 column. So we now know that we will need a class 300 flange to meet the design conditions of our process. When determining the max leak test pressure for a class 300 flange joint, we first go to the pressure rating value for ambient conditions, since leak testing will be performed at those temperatures. For the class 300 flange joint, that pressure rating will be 740 psig. To determine the max leak test pressure, we will multiply 1.5 times 740 psig, which equals 1110 psig, rounded off to the next higher 25 psi increment, or 1125 psig max test pressure. In accordance with the ASME B16.5, paragraph 2.6, system hydrostatic testing, flange joints and flange fittings may be subjected to system hydrostatic test at a pressure of 1.5 times the 100 degree F rating, rounded off to the next higher 25 psi increment, which is what we just did. The class 300 flange joint from the previous slide has a max test pressure of 740 psig. That's the pressure rating at ambient temperatures, times 1.5 equals 1110 psig. 1110 psig rounded up to 1125 psig max test pressure. The leak testing discussed later on in this session will show how this relates to system hydrostatic testing. This marks the end of this excerpt. For more information on the complete course, please contact us at courses@wmhuittco.com. In the subject line, enter Request Info on the Module 5 Piping Design course. Thanks for watching.